Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Olivia. Thanks so much for joining me. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on this look right here. A lot of the products that I've used to create this look are new makeup bits that I bought from the States. If you watched my last video, you'll have seen all about that, and if you haven't, where have you been? I'll make sure to link it down below in the description bar so you can check that out. I'm really happy with how this turned out. It's quite a fun look, and so if you're interested in finding out how to recreate this, make sure you keep watching this video. And just before I go, if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. The button is right down here, or you can click on my little icon in the corner and that will get you to subscribe. We're trying to build up the family. Leave me comments down below. I love to hear from my subbies and hear what you think of looks. And again, I know I keep repeating this, but please leave me ideas for what kind of videos you would like to see. I am racking up that content for you. So without further ado, let's get to the video. Okay, so starting off as usual with my eyebrows done and my eyelids primed. I've used the LA Girl White foundation that I've talked about before, lay that down and then set it. So now we're going to go in with the new Colourpop eyeshadows that I bought. There's actually 5 of them, but only 4 would fit in here, so these are the ones that we're going to use. Really pretty tropical colours. So I'm grabbing a brush and we're going to go into that shade right there and see what we can do in terms of a transition. Whew. That is bright. Okay, then I'm going to go in to the next shade along there and pack that on top of that other colour. Just going to tap off some of the excess because the first one was definitely very bright. Okay, still sticking with the same brush. I'm going to go into that final colour now and really work that into the crease and out to V. I'm going to grab my fluffier brush and just try and blend that out. Don't worry about it coming over here, we can clean all of that up at the end. Which is why I love to do my eyeshadow before I do my foundation. Okay. I'm just going to take the excess off on the back of my hand because I do like how that brush applies. So I'm going to go back into that orange shade and then work that up a little bit higher at the transition area. Just tap the excess. If you feel like you're losing some of the colour as you blend, don't be shy to pack it back on until you get the desired look that you're after. Okay, so I think I've laid down most of the colour that I want, and now I want to figure out a way to incorporate the yellow into the look. So I think I'm going to do a little bit of a cut crease just to help it along, and I'm going to use the LA Girl White for that. Okay, so I'm going to grab a flat shader brush and then my Fix Plus. I'm just going to spray that just a little bit to pick up some moisture, which will help in picking up as much colour as I can. And I'm going into that yellow. The yellow does have a little bit of shimmer in it, which is really pretty. Let's see how that picks up on here. Oh, it's got some pigment to it. Okay, gonna go back into that same brush that I used and going to help blend that in with these two in the middle. And then I'm going in to that other shade, and then I'm gonna help that orange blend in with the purple. I'm gonna grab a little pointed pencil brush and then just filling up at the top of my brow bone with some of my face powder. Just so it's not so white. Not using anything shimmery. The colours are quite dramatic anyway. Okay, so as usual, I'm going to stop right there with my eyeshadow and then I'm going to go into the face. I told you guys in a couple of videos ago that I was testing out, ooh, it's a bit bright, you can't see that, I was testing out the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. So that's what I'm going to use on my face right now. Just a teensy bit to help my foundation along. Kind of a lotiony texture. Feels, you can feel it on the skin, but it's not too heavy. Okay, next gonna correct all these dark circles under my eyes and on my cheeks. So I mixed two concealers, and they're both from LA Girl. So I have the dark orange, and then I have the peach. The dark orange can be a bit too much, so I go in with the peach to just balance it out. You can use a brush for this, sometimes I do, but I'm feeling my fingers at the moment. Called Mocha, and I'm gonna put that, and I'm gonna use a brush to apply this, so just grabbing a brush from my Real Techniques, cork it and dampening that up just a little bit. It does dry down really matte, so I feel somehow like it applies a little bit better if I wet my brush beforehand. So just a really tiny amount on there, and this is gonna be spread all over my face. So I dab it on and then blend it out. This foundation does oxidize slightly after you've put it on, but not in a drastic way. I find that it oxidizes and comes down to match my skin tone. Sometimes I feel like it can be a little bit too dark because I have got the light bit in the center of my face. I kind of play around with it. I've had to add on a little bit more of that onto the brush. It does dry quickly, so you have to work pretty fast. I just want to get a little bit more coverage there on my cheek. I'm gonna come back to that. Take this up my face. Okay, next up, highlight and conceal, going in again with LA Girl concealers, a mix of Toffee and Chestnut just under my eyes. Toffee has quite a bit of a pink undertone, so just to neutralise that, whack a little bit of Chestnut in there as well. then going with another brush from my Real Technique set. Just gonna set that super lightly with some powder. Once I've done that, onto contour, I'm gonna use another LA Girl concealer. This is in the shade Mahogany. Ooh, a bit too much there. Then I'm grabbing a pointed synthetic brush and I'm just gonna blend that in. Set the powder, going into the Sleek Contour Kit. You've seen that before. Just to cut those cheeks. Okay. My face definitely needs a little bit of colour, but not too much on the cheeks. So I'm gonna go into the Sleek Blush Kit in Sugar. So it has, all of my makeup is broken by the way. The Sleek Blush Kit in Sugar. So I'm gonna go in to that shade right there at the end, which I think is Turbinado. Is that how you say? Turbinado, Turbinado. Okay, back into the Colourpop kit for under the eyes. I'm going into that shade right there. Gonna use that under the eyes. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with my eyes, whether I want to do liner or not. Somehow I'm feeling like I don't want to do liner. Let's see, I think I might put on quite a dramatic lash, but I'm just going to go in with some mascara first to lay a good foundation for the lash in any event. I really like the brush and the formula of the mascara itself. It really stays put, and it is, as they say, blackest black. So I've got my lashes on now, but they are super dramatic, I know. Sorry I didn't film that part because it took me ages to try and secure these in the right way because they've got a bit of a heavier band. I'm just gonna go on to my lips now. So I'm gonna line my lips with a purple lip liner. Any lip liner will do. Lips aligned. I'm going in now with my NYX Liquid Suede in the shade Vintage. You'll have seen this in my last video. And then right in the center, I'm going in with Milani's Amore Matte Lip Cream in the shade Loved. I smack my lips together this way, top, bottom, and then side to side just to make sure I get an even distribution. Final step, quick powder with my Maybelline Fit Me powder in Mocha, the same shade as the foundation. Dab that on and then spray with some Fix Plus. So that completes this tutorial. So this is the look using all my products. Let me give you a rundown of what I think of all of them. So the first set of new products was the Colourpop eyeshadows. I was really impressed with these. The colour payoff was much more than I had expected. Yes, you do get fallout, but I think that with colour pigment, that is a compromise that you have to make. So I would definitely recommend getting some of the Colourpop eyeshadows. The only thing is this case is white, and already just in that short time, I know you can't probably see, but the back of that is absolutely filthy. So that's the only downside to this case. Although I do love that you can carry full shadows and have a full complete look. The next product that I love is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation. This is fantastic. As you know, I have oily skin, so I struggle with having oily T-zone around here. I feel that this is a really lightweight formula. You honestly can't feel it on your skin and it dries down almost instantly. I really like the shade. I'm in the shade 360 Mocha. Having used it for 2 months, I can say that it does last during the day. I love that, and it stays pretty matte during the day, so I love that. Going along with the foundation is very new for me, the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder, also in the shade 360. I really like this powder. I have actually been wearing a very minimal foundation this week, and I have just been going in with color corrector and then this powder on top. It covers the color corrector, it's fantastic, and also mattifies the face. So right now in this tutorial I've just used it as a touch-up, but I love that actually even just as a foundation powder, so I would highly recommend getting hold of that. Still on the fence about this Rimmel Stay Matte Mattifying Primer. I don't know how much it really mattifies. I'm very much used to the super mattifying that I get from my Becca primer. So I don't know about this one, but I probably will keep using it because it is a full size. I don't think I would recommend anybody else to go out and buy that. Last but not least, the Milani Amore Matte Lip Cream in the shade Loved. I really can't rave about these lip creams enough. I have them in this shade and in the shade Devotion, which is a red one. You saw it in my last video. I love how they apply onto the lips and they dry down to matte quite quickly. You can layer it on top of the liquid lipstick so you don't get any cracking. Smells fantastic, feels fantastic on the lips, and you get this colour payoff for a long time, so can't rave about that enough. Yeah, so I really like how this look turned out. I'm loving the dramatic eyes. I'm loving it for a dramatic kind of event look. So leave your comment down below. I would love to know what you think of the look, and see you in my next video. Bye.